Here's a tale of a little girl who grew up right here in Asherdale. She looks like me and she sounds like me. I guess I'd like to share my story. I remember when I was a little girl, I used to be so young and carefree. I loved to dance and sing and play with my friends. And on weekends, I would watch TV shows like She-Ra and He-Man. One day, when I'm 12 years old, I'm playing hopscotch with my sister. Hop, hop, hop. A boy comes up to me. He looks me up and down and asks me strange questions like, where do you come from? And do you speak Chinese? And do you understand me? I'm so confused. I was born here. Of course I understand him, but does he understand me? Where do I come from? It's a question that I'm asked over and over and over again until I began to question myself. Where do I come from? Do I belong? Do I belong? Do I belong here? I look back at that young girl and I realized that was the first moment that a boy fetishized me for being me. I've never been short of male attention. Boys and men who should know better and at their age have been coming on to me since that first moment that boy approached me when I was 12 years old, a child, barely formed. It's been confusing, overwhelming, raging. But most of all, it's been racist. I remember being a teenager and strange boys would come up to me and tell me how beautiful they thought I was. And then in the next breath, when I rejected their advances, tell me I was just a stupid Chinese bitch and they shouldn't have wasted their time. I remember grown men hanging out of car windows, leering at my friends and I, yelling made-up Chinese phrases like chop suey, ching chong. So then I got angry. At first I got angry at myself. I must be doing something to make these men act like this, right? Society certainly told me it was my fault, that my boobs were too big, my skirts too short, my skin too on display. I remember being a teenager and hearing that us Asian women, we were just submissive sex slaves. Or about the Asian mail order brides that came to Australia to steal these men for themselves. And people were always making jokes about how Asian women age slower. So it's almost like you're dating a kid. Since I've been 12 years old, men have told me how beautiful they think I am. They've told me how golden my skin is, how exotic I am, how tight my pussy must be. Don't you know that Asian women have the tightest pussies? So then I got angry at everyone. For a long time, I didn't date white men because white men scared me with their entitlement and their meanness and unkindness. I've been fetishized my entire life, always wondering, does he really like me for who I am? Or does he only see me as a race, a conquest, another tick on his perverted sexual scorecard? I became so angry at the racism that I encountered over and over again. So here's just a small sample of some of these comments from my short time on this planet. I've never fucked an Asian woman before. Will you be the first? Random guy I'd never met before. Sitting in the front row of a comedy show between my sister and a friend. 3 Asian women. What is this? My lucky day? Comedian in a show I paid money to see. Asian women have the tightest pussies. That's why I'm dating you. Guy I went on a few dates with. I will pay you to come home with me. No exchange, no conversation, for multiple times from men in bars. And finally, a few months ago, During Fringe, I was having a late night snack with my white partner in Northbridge when two men came up to him and asked him which country he had found me in. And something in me snapped, and I said, enough, no more. Because I'm not a submissive sex slave. I'm not your Asian schoolgirl fantasy. I'm not a tight pussy. I'm a beautiful Australian Chinese woman. And I'm smart. And I'm kind. And I'm hot. I'm more than just my race, my looks, my skin. I'm me. I'm me.